Hey everybody, it's Eric Songer here with you for What's Happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department weekly podcast for March 9th, 2019. So glad you could join us today. And we're going to talk about what's coming up here in the department in the next couple weeks and also take a look back at what's been going on here in the last week. And it's been a really crazy week and a lot of great stuff going on. Going back to last Saturday when we had two big events, we took the Jazz 7 and Jazz 8 groups to the University of Minnesota Jazz Festival and had a great time performing and getting clinics. We had the honor of working with Laura Caviani, one of the greatest piano players in this part of the country, and we just had a really great time learning from her and also getting a chance to listen to some outstanding middle school and high school bands from across the area. So much great jazz going on here in the Twin Cities, and just really nice for our students to be able to experience that as well. And it was fun to eat lunch on campus, and then we had a really fun time going over to Sky Zone in Edina. A huge shout out to Mr. Prescott at Pioneer Ridge for organizing that part of the trip for us. And it was just a really fun day of team building and making some jazz and learning about America's original art form. And then on that same day, we had a great opportunity for some of our students to go down to what's called the Tri-State Honor Band in Decorah, Iowa, about 3 hours south of here, and had a chance to play with an honor band down there and perform and get to work with some great clinicians and meet some other students from Iowa, Wisconsin, and here in Minnesota. And so a huge shout out and congratulations to our 7 students who did that. 8th grader Abby Owusu, and then 6 of our 7th graders. We had Olivia Howman, Caitlin O'Donnell, Lily Oz, Karina Coppersmith, Roisin Curley, and Josiah Favors. So congratulations to those amazing kids on just a wonderful weekend down there in Decorah. 2 days later, on Monday, March 4th, another amazing experience that I haven't done much with my students over my teaching career, but after doing this, I'm remembering why it's important to do it. We took our 8th grade rhythm section group over to the Garage in Burnsville, which is a place we typically perform with our garage and country bands. But this time, we went out to their recording studio. Attached to that wonderful performing venue is a state-of-the-art recording studio, and we had a chance to record 4 of our songs that we've been working on, and the kids had a wonderful experience getting to experience what a session is and how that works, getting a chance to learn how to play in isolation rooms with headphones on, learning what they want balance-wise in their ears, and then getting to see how that all works on Pro Tools. And now we're going to await a mix of our final recording session, and it's going to be super cool to have a professional recording of what we've done this year. So we're very excited to hear that, and again, just super pumped that our kids got a chance to experience a recording session. And then just yesterday, as I'm recording this on Friday, March 8th, we had another terrific performance down at Mall of America, and we had 12 of our what we call WIN Ensembles perform. And for those of you who don't know what those are, our 7th and 8th graders have an opportunity at the beginning of the year to sign up for a WIN time where they can come, and WIN time, by the way, is a session three times every week, where kids can get an experience doing makeup work for a class, getting extra help in a class, experiencing non-academic related topics that they want to explore, and in this case, getting a chance to get a little extra music in their day. And kids decide who they want to be in a group with, and then they decide what songs they want to perform, and I arrange that music for them. And then we meet once a week for 30 or 40 minutes working on that music, with the goal of doing some performances starting this time of year. And this was our first time performing. So there's 12 groups, approximately 85 students in those 12 groups. Each group ranges from anywhere from 5 to up to, I think, 12 is the biggest group that we have. And we did quite a variety of all styles of music, and it was really fun to perform over on the northeast corner on the first level of Mall of America. And each group performed 2 or 3 songs, and had a chance to listen to each other perform, cheer each other on, and then, of course, spend some time at Mall of America. So it was a really fun day over at MOA this past Friday. On top of all of that, we also started a new after-school ensemble called Pop Ensemble, and that met also yesterday, Friday afternoon. Pop Ensemble is a lot like our garage and country band program, but we're doing pop hits, mainly from the last couple years, but also some that go a little bit further back than that. And we had our first rehearsal, had a huge turnout, about 30, 31 kids come out for the first Pop Ensemble rehearsal, and we worked on a song called Geronimo by Shepherd, Girls Like You by Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B, and have a couple others on deck that we're going to be starting up here in the next week or two. And so that was a really cool experience. We had kids playing traditional pop rock instruments, guitars, drum set, bass, piano, singing, and then we had some other interesting instruments involved like Ableton Push. We had a keyboard, a guitar, so a lot of variety of instruments, drum sample pad we had going on. So it was a really, really cool day of performing pop music after school this past Friday. So that's what's been going on this week. Oh, and another really cool thing that we started this week is every grade in band this week, or sorry, in the next month, is going to be doing a composition exercise. So our sixth graders started their composition exercise. They're doing a programmatic composition where they have to write 8 or more measures of a song that's inspired by something. So it could be a friend, an experience, an event, a place, nature, a book, anything that they are want to write about. One of my favorite projects one of the kids did is a little bit funny, is that he wrote this song and it ended up being kind of angry sounding. He actually didn't have a topic off the top of his head, and we told the kids that you can write something, and then as you listen to what you write, you can be like, oh, this reminds me of something, and then you can it can become programmatic in that sense. And so he wrote this really angry piece, and he said, I'm going to call this Fourth Hour because I don't like Fourth Hour. So he wrote this really angry piece of music called Fourth Hour. So anyway, so the kids are having a good time. Many of them, for some of them, it's definitely outside of their comfort zone and outside of their box of what they consider music. But I think it's wonderful that all of our students are getting an experience, getting the chance to write music. Many of them are using the program NoteFlight on their Chromebooks. A few others are deciding to handwrite it just on staff paper. So it's kind of cool giving them that personalized learning experience there. So yeah, so lots of cool things going on this past week. And now as we look ahead to the week of March 11th, we have another new after-school class starting up on Monday, March 11th, and that's our Mariachi Band. And the Mariachi Band is open to anybody in the middle school, regardless of musical experience. And now we would love to have some kids who play trumpet or play guitar or know violin or viola or cello. Because those are instruments you see in a mariachi band, and we'd love to have some kids who play those, who can kind of lead us in those areas. But at the same time, we also invite kids to join who have no musical or limited musical experience, or maybe play a different instrument that's not a traditional mariachi instrument. And I will give you some training on how to play the guitar, how to play some auxiliary percussion instruments, and how to sing. And you can be part of the band. The band meets every Monday till 4:30 after school, and it's run through Community Ed, so you can sign up at www.ceforall.org. And we meet all the way through May 6th. That's our last day. And on that day, we actually, instead of rehearsing, go over to Reyes Teca Restaurant in Chanhassen and perform, and then usually stay around to eat, and parents and family and friends can come and have a nice Mexican meal as we perform. And we provide the students with sombreros and some of the other accessories in making our mariachi appearance look authentic. And obviously we're going to work every Monday on making it sound authentic as well. So really looking forward to Mariachi Band. Also, coming up this week, we will continue the composition exercises. 7th grade's going to jump into the mix and do a theme and variations composition starting on their block day on Wednesday. And then at the end of the week, we have our first ever fundraiser that I've done in my 22 years teaching here, other than the talent show, which is a fundraiser, but also a performance. But this is our what we call our Mattress Fundraiser. And what we're doing is we are going to have a mattress sale at Chaska Middle School West on Sunday, March 17th. And we're going to transform our large gym into a mattress store. And anyone who wants can come on in and try out mattresses. There will be mattresses all over the gym that you can lay down on and try out and see what you think. We have mattresses from many of the name brand stores and many different styles and sizes. So whatever that you're looking for, if you are in the market for a mattress, there will probably be something there for you on Sunday, March 17th. And the cool things about this mattress sale, I think, is number one, we get part of the proceeds as a band department. And then if a particular student refers you to this sale and you buy one, or a friend or a neighbor or a family member buys one, then that student gets money that goes towards paying for their trip. Now, we have some trips coming up that students would love to shave some cost off of. The garage band trip to Chicago in May, the 8th grade band trip to Eau Claire, and even students in 6th or 7th grade, you're going to be taking trips like this. In 8th grade, we're going to do another 8th grade band trip in the years to come, and garage band members will probably do another big trip like this in years to come. So you can use this sale to help raise money to pay for those trips. The second really cool thing is that this company that does the mattress sale, they're able to provide these mattresses at a very low cost. So you're going to be saving on average between 25 to 50% off a mattress that you would find in a regular store or online. And they have a warranty, a full money back warranty. They do delivery. They will haul old mattresses away at cost. I believe it's $29 to haul away a mattress. And you also get free sheets. So it's a super cool deal. If you are in the market for a mattress, know somebody who is, send them out to CMSW on Sunday, March 17th between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. St. Patty's Day, so wear green or don't. It doesn't really matter. And the other thing I really like about this fundraiser is that as cool as buying pizzas and cookies and all that is, it's not door to door. We do like to have some kids at the mattress sale just to be a presence, but you don't have to be. And also that people aren't going to be just buying a pizza to be nice and feeling like, well, I don't really like these pizzas or they're overpriced. You're only going to buy a mattress if you need a mattress. So you don't feel any pressure to buy a mattress, I don't think. So that's kind of a cool deal. And it's not much work for the kids or for the teachers for that matter, or for the parents. So that's also really cool. So again, love to see you out here on Sunday, March 17th to come to our mattress sale. We are actually doing another fundraiser on Tuesday, March 19th, and that is a kind of more of a traditional one. We're going to do a Chaska Culver's night, and from 5 to 8 p.m., anybody who comes in to eat dinner at Culver's that night, 10% of the proceeds will go towards our band department. So that is also super cool. And we do need some kids. We have plenty who are volunteered, but if we got a couple more, that's cool, who want to come and help that night, taking food out to tables and serving the food. That's part of the deal. So let me know if you're interested in that, and I can give you a hour shift somewhere between 5 to 8 to help out with that. But the easiest thing to do is just plan on Tuesday, March 19th, having dinner at Culver's that night. And once again, the band department will get part of those proceeds, which is super cool. All right, so no more fundraiser talk. Let's talk about upcoming events outside of next week. And we're actually looking beyond spring break at this point. No other concerts or big festivals coming up here in the next 2 weeks, but we have a ton of stuff going on, as you can well imagine, as we head to the last 2 months of the school year. So some of the fun things coming up in April. We have our Evening with the Stars on Thursday, April 4th, which will be from 5:30 until 8 p.m. We have a number of groups performing that night, and I'm not going to go through the whole list of who's performing when. I'll just tell you which groups are performing. And if you want to go to our school website or you want to go to Google Classroom, you can check out this information about when the Evening with the Stars groups are performing. All of our jazz bands are playing, grades 6, 7, and 8. The rhythm section is performing. All of our 12 WIN ensembles that I just talked about a while ago are all performing that night. We also have an alumni jazz band that will be performing that night, which is super cool. Come and see our former Middle School West students performing in an alumni jazz band at 6 p.m. that night. We also are inviting any of the people who auditioned and sang in the talent show back in January to come out and do some karaoke on that night as well. Many of our DJs will be DJing that night, all at the front entrance, which is super sweet. Our brand new 8th grade woodwind quintet is going to be playing. All the choirs and all the orchestras will be performing. This is a super cool event, 4 stages across Middle School West. And in addition to all the music, there's also art galleries all around the school. There is usually something run by the Phi Ed department. Some of the other teachers are doing presentations and what's going on in their classes. There's a silent auction that benefits the school, and there's pizza. So it's a really fun night. So we'd love to have you come on out. And as I said, many of our students will be performing, and you can check out the schedule on the school website. So that's Evening with the Stars. Also coming up that same day is the start of our Honor Band program. So all 3 middle schools combine to form a 6th grade and then a combined 7th and 8th grade Honor Band. And those meet on Thursdays after school starting on April 4th. The 6th grade band will meet at Middle School East, and the 7th, 8th grade band will meet at Pioneer Ridge. I will be directing the East Band along with East Band Director Mr. Potter, and then the 7th, 8th grade group will be directed by Ms. Zidell and Pioneer Band Director Mr. Prescott. We've been talking to kids who have been invited. We're still getting those final invites out and sending out emails to parents, so be looking for that. If you have not heard about this and you feel like your child should be involved, or you want your child to be involved, don't hesitate to contact me, and we can make sure that that consideration is taken into consideration. So very cool. And also that same weekend, that first weekend in April, the 6th and 7th, is State Honor Band weekend, and we have 3 West students performing in the State Honor Band. We have Aaron, Sabrina, and Keegan, and so they'll be performing on Sunday, April 7th over at Shakopee High School at 2 p.m. That's an incredibly awesome honor for those kids, so very, very cool. And then looking a little further out, on Saturday, April 13th, we have our District 112 Middle School Solo and Ensemble Festival. This is an opportunity for kids to perform a solo or a small chamber ensemble in front of a judge and get a rating, and win a certificate and or a medal, and get some feedback on how they're doing. The festival is optional, and it'll be held at Middle School East this year from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. Although you don't stay for that whole time, you sign up for a 10-minute slot, and you get there a little bit before that. Go ahead and perform, get some comments, and then if you want to wait around a little bit after that, they will post the results on how you did. So that's on Saturday, April 13th, and if you are interested, you need to contact me. I have a form you can fill out, and we can get you started with learning a piece of music. And by the way, it doesn't cost anything, but we do need to have you fill out that form so that we can get you entered in solo and ensemble. All right. What else? This week is a 5-day week. Fingers crossed. I don't think there's going to be any snow. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of rain. And we have Friday will be a B day. Wednesday and Thursday will be regular block days. Well, I hesitate in saying that. Thursday is going to be a little interesting because all of our 8th graders are going over to Chaska or Chan High School for a tour during wind time. And in order to facilitate that, the wind times will be in the morning on Thursday. So we'll actually start the day Thursday with advisory and then our 2 win times, and then do lunch, 2nd hour, 4th hour, 6th hour. And then in order to still meet with our 8th grade win ensembles, I'm going to have them meet on Wednesday this week instead of Thursday. And then the typical win 1 7th grade groups are going to move to win 3 on Thursday. The Win 2 groups will stay the same except for Rose and Quartz, which is an 8th grade group that will also meet on Wednesday. So any questions about that, I'll explain that more in band, but feel free to ask me too. So that's what's going on there. We'll have the regular band lessons this week and bonus lessons this week as usual. And DJs we'll have in the cafeteria again. It's kind of a revolving schedule at this point, but we'll get you down there to do some DJing. And yeah, so that's about it. It's going to be a weird week where we have no performing this week, no big festivals or anything, but just the start of Mariachi Band and then the big mattress sale, as I said, coming up on Sunday, March 17th. Hey, and before I go, I just want to say a couple quick things. Number one, I'm very, very impressed with our students and how they have dealt with our tragedies this year. losing Jenna Paschke and our orchestra director, Mrs. Ford, and the continued support in the buying the bracelets for Mrs. Ford the past couple weeks, and the performance by the WIN Ensemble called Bring the Beat In, who Jenna was a member of before she passed away in September, and their performance this past Friday and dedicating a song to her, and that was just very, very special. So I'm just very proud of the kids for doing those things, and I'm just very proud to be the band director, one of the band directors here at Chaska Middle School West. It's an honor, and working with all of you is I don't know how to put it. It's such a huge part of who I've become in my life. So thank you, everybody. So thank you for watching. We'll be back again next week with another podcast.